Nothing. Nothing. A letter. Notes on torture. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's only 2 pages long. There are quite a few things to be said about torture. Right? I had figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and the terror of anticipation. It's called anxiety. I can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem, but it will also hinder the effect I am after. Okay. The right steps to take are, therefore, to restrain while the victim is still dazed, proceed by presenting the form of torture you are about to apply, and then to continue with the actual act. I have a feeling I really shouldn't be reading this out. Oh well. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient, as it will trigger itself into greater fear, simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage, as it will prove more effective if the process can be sustained. Also, apply the pain in doses, if possible with breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subside, then strike again. I really shouldn't be reading this out. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that all will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again later. Amnesia drink. Yeah, I think I've had some of that myself. It's nice to know someone has bottled amnesia. Oh, another one of you. Is it you, my love? I missed them. Is it you, oh, for fuck's sake, another drink if you don't mind. Excuse me. Yes. Is it you, my love, I miss the most? Or is it perhaps myself? Vain twat. I know what I have become. I am not blind. I am a monster to them, a demonic sultan perched on a dark mountain top. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. Bugger off home then. I assume that was Alexander. There's something rustling. What now? Oh, my assumptions have been known to be wrong. I am so tempted just to jump down here, but that will break my legs. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a monster, but oh fuck it. Pipes, darkness, candles, a rat. The hell? Oh. Okay. The kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. Yes, I'm aware of this form of torture. Hold your hands behind your back, tie them to a rope, lift them up, your shoulders what's the word? Disengage. What is the word I'm looking for? Picked up a piece of the orb, nice one! Dislocate, that's the word I'm looking for. Quite an effective form of torture.
Get her back.
Who? Okay, next door. A strange symbol. Head spinning, hands are shaking. Oh, and a couple of items I have. Its texture and colour are constantly changing. Oh, fair enough. A tough string made of hemp. What now?
The cradle is ready.
Good.
The what?
You're a man! How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man! It was an accident!
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault! Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
I suppose I could make some kind of comment about who's the real monster, but I couldn't give a shit right now. I'm too busy fearing what's at the end of this corridor. Oh, yes, I do know what the hell this is.
Please! Do anything! Whatever you want! Anything! I'll do anything! I'm innocent!
No. Usually when those flashbacks occur, I just wander towards the nearest light source, but it was shorter than I expected. The victim raised above, then dropped anus first onto this thing, and I'd rather not go into any more details. Favoured execution method by Vlad the Impaler, in fact. Ooh. That's quite a lucky find, actually, so yeah, I'm off before my sanity drains anymore. An impalement cradle. A shoulder dislodger, and go on, that's going to be down here. Sawing? It's actually someone sawing. What bloody hell? Oh yeah. Yeah. I know of this one as well. Victim hung upside down, and by using the method of a saw, sawn in half from the navel down. Not a very effective form of torture, in that you probably bleed to death. Not really a very effective form of execution either, since the body doesn't hold still. You cannot really saw a man in half like that. It's quite spooky how much I know about these things. So I've got my 3 orb pieces. I hopefully don't need to be here anymore, so I'm leaving. Something died inside him that day. Watching the man slip away was more than his mind was willing to handle. I am not liking the really, truly dark tone this game has taken.
Dad, good to see you. You seem to have found all the orb pieces used in the transfer. Go to the choir and find the rest.
Okay. Sir. Remaining orb pieces. The remaining orb pieces can be found in the choir. I probably need another drink. Bear with me. Better. Okay. Still baffled. What am I supposed to do with this string? Oh, I'm sure they'll come to me. What's my sanity doing? Oh, for fuck's sake, crystal clear. Why the hell am I pissing about? Storage room? Tinder? Like I don't have enough? Bottles. Any of these bottles contain something useful? Yeah, this one contains laudanum. I'll put those chairs in the way. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, more tinder. 28 tinder, for fuck's sake. Here's me thinking I was going to run out of it at some point. Another one! They're bloody everywhere now. In court, the Order of the Black Eagle spew their politics at each other, while I sat quietly in place. Willfully forgotten. Once in a while, someone would notice me and lose themselves in a silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am the They all know I am the one and the same Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take their fathers' places, and they too will grow old and pass away, while I remain the same, aged not by time, but by anguish. Well, if there was ever any doubt that Alexander was immortal, there's your proof.